Good morning. The sun is shining. It is absolutely beautiful out there this morning. How are you? Is it a sleep-in day today? Because technically in real time, it is a quasi-holiday, Easter Monday. I wonder who has a Easter bunny hangover from too much fun and too much chocolate and too much wine. And good morning. Hello, my friend. So if you caught me and us yesterday, I got to introduce you to my precious parents. And that is such an honor for me. They have been, obviously instrumental, but my mom and dad are two of my best friends. That is absolutely hands down the truth. And they've supported me through my crazy, colorful journey, and they really cheer me on to never settle, to absolutely top of the mountain. Sandy, you will not be fenced in and you will not be held back. And so, yeah, lots of love there, and such an honor to have gotten to introduce. And thank you all for your incredible comments. My dad just lit right up. My mom too. She remembers so many of you. And Diane, she was a bridesmaid in my wedding with her brother, and one of my dearest friends. And this is, we spoke into relationships yesterday, and it is absolutely the truth, right? So there are 4 pillars in a truly successful life. And this is where I was unaware, just doing life, and looked extremely successful. If money is success, I was a multimillionaire. Recognition, so community and recognition, those were my 2 success areas where I was rocking. I was well recognized for accomplishments that were really great. But my relationships were suffering and my health suffered. So I had 2 pillars. And then as I started to focus on my health and, did some shifts in relationship, then I swung that pendulum from, financial success, career success, abundance, and recognition, community. I was volunteering all the time, and I just was able to give back a lot, which is beautiful. It really is a beautiful thing to be able to give back, and that is part of success, is the ability and the desire to improve your community and to give back to others, right? So it's been a very eye-opening thing for me. So as I delved into healthy, wealthy, and slim, and I really learned about health, it's all intermingled, right? When you put your health first, your relationships just start to improve. And when you put your relationships first, and especially that relationship with yourself, then you absolutely, authentically start to create outside of yourself what matters to you. So then everything else starts to come into play as well. But it's very important to stay conscious that there are 4 pillars, and that there's going to be times that you're going to be focused on one pillar at a time and one will pull back. And the pain journey that I've been enduring this few weeks, that thank you for sharing and being beside me through, is choices and consequences for sure, and the conscious decision to choose, the relationships with my children and my parents at this time in my life as very important to me, and I am paying the price for that choice as much as, I absolutely stand firm in that choice, and I would do it again. It hurts like hell because I lost somebody very, 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 very incredible in my life, and it had to happen. So as we march forward, as you are starting to build your 2-year absolute dream life, script. I want to keep coming back because this script is going to evolve. It's going to be a journey. And by the end of this 100 days, it's going to be very clear what it is that is important to you. And that is absolutely. So when we talk about relationships, and yesterday when I was speaking about coming into the world, and our very first relationship is of course our mother. Then it becomes our mother and our father. And our programming begins right then. And understand, now as adults, we get to choose that programming, whether or not it fits and it works for us, or whether or not we need to go back and heal something, which I have certainly done and had to do, and really all the while understanding that we as parents and them as parents do the best we can. You know, I'm watching my son and my daughter-in-law as parents, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm the worst mother on earth. I just didn't show up like they show up, but I showed up more than I think my parents showed up. So it's an evolution, right? But I think we carry so much guilt and so much shame, and we forget that we can say, hey guys, I'm really sorry if I let you down. And then let them decide what to do with it, right? And sometimes, I mean, I've certainly seen it happen where, you know, we just never get to heal those relationships. But those relationships are super, super important. When our parents separate, so of course being a mother and having been a single mother a few times, and I've had a couple of conversations even with some of you about how important it is as parents in a divorce situation to really stay in integrity in the love that created those children. Because when half of you hates the other half of you and disses and trashes and, you know, blames and all of those dark negative things, that child has half of them hating the other half of them or blaming the other half. That is an inner conflict that you unconsciously, until now, you don't know what you know until you know, and now that you know, you must do better. Is so important to stay in the love place for your children and tell them everything that you loved about that other parent every chance you get, because those babies will pay the price of your pain and your choosing the darkness over the love and the light. So I hope that wasn't too deep. So back in relationships. And so I came across this and I thought I would share it. What triggers me? And so this is because Sandy's relationships have been nothing short of extraordinary. But of course, there's always challenges and there's triggers. So this is phenomenal. So 1, I felt excluded. 2, I felt powerless. 3, I felt unheard. So this is just a check-in list, and I'm going to upload it in the group. This is a check-in list for any time you're feeling shitty, because that's a trigger. Because somebody came into your energy, or you allowed somebody inside when they're knocking on your sphere, on your cylinder, build your energy. And then when you get triggered, when something takes you out of that pure joy and happiness, love, life, you know, energy, excitement about your day, your whatever, then that's triggered. Something's triggered you. So this is just a great list of things to check in with yourself to see. I felt unheard. I felt scolded. I felt judged. I felt blamed. I felt disrespected. That's my biggest trigger, is that my 90-year-old shows up in the biggest way. I felt a lack of affection. I felt I couldn't speak up. That's another one that has always, you know, kind of showed up in my life. Just the sit down, shut up. Children should be seen and not heard upbringing that I had. And I work on this with my Toastmasters group. And it's just phenomenal, you know, that how many of us grew up with the programming, sit down, shut up. Children are to be seen and not heard. And that has, of course, obviously been part of the evolution of generations that has changed. But many of us still shrink, right? When we feel like we can't speak up. I felt lonely. I felt ignored. I felt I couldn't be honest. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Good morning, you guys. I felt like the bad guy. So that's guilt, right? I felt forgotten. I felt unsafe. I felt unloved. I felt like it was unfair. I felt frustrated, disconnected, trapped. I felt a lack of passion. I felt uncared for. I felt manipulated. And I felt controlled. So this is a fun, colorful list. I will upload that into our group so that you can have a check-in list too that just says, you know, in your relationships, in your day, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with others, going forward, just really take care of you and that beautiful energy field that is all yours. You get to choose it. You get to build it by doing positive things like, you know, drinking the detox lemon, and we'll get into that in the health pillar a little more, but just you deeply instinctively know what feeds your highest best self. You do. You absolutely do. So when you spend a few minutes in the morning and just ask for guidance, just ask, you know, hey, best self, 90-year-old self, what is it that I need to eat, drink, do, reaching out, all of those things that feed, you know, there's love everywhere in the world. You know, those positive people, reach out to them, feed your energy field, and then protect it today. So I hope that is somewhat helpful on a Monday morning, and I hope that you are doing phenomenally well. I love you so much. I had a great day. I'm going to actually probably on my personal page, upload pictures from Mom and Dad's yesterday. I got to do Mom's hair, and I think I wore everybody in that house right out yesterday. But yeah, we were sitting out on the deck. It was just incredible. So extremely, extremely blessed and deeply grateful. So have a great day, and we will talk soon. Reach out if you need me in any capacity. All right. Mwah. Love you.